Welcome back, folks. This is Sleepless Night, and I'm just going to try and do a really quick video for you today. We're at Louis de la Caille station, so if we go to Starport Services, there is a reason that I've come here. We're going to go... Okay, so in the share... Oh, right, okay. So I actually come to the wrong station. Right, so what we're going to do today is to give you some idea of what a pig this ship is that I'm flying now. At the moment, as you can probably see, I don't know if you can or not, you can see there on the right hand side we are currently flying a Lakon Type-6. And although this is an absolutely marvellous ship for hopping about between one star system and another, I mean, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll go into the Galactic Map briefly, just to sort of see if I can show you. That what happens here usually is that my game capture software goes a little bit out of sync, so you'll have to excuse me if that happens. So, here we are. You can see looking around the Galactic Map there. Now, this gives you some idea of the kind of distances that you can travel in a Lakon Type-6. So if any of you are used to sort of using a Sidewinder or anything like that, or you know, an Eagle in particular, may be a little bit surprised to see this ridiculously mad, nightmarish spider's web of places that you can go when you have a Lakon Type-6, because a Lakon Type-6 has the, so far, up to now, has the greatest jump distance of any ship in the game. I think it's about 28. Unladen, I think it's about 28 light years. Laden with cargo, there you go. Look, even 100 tons laden with cargo. When this is laden with cargo up to about 100 tons, I can jump. I mean, I've been able to discern this for myself without sort of relying on this slider mechanism, because I find that it's not too reliable. There's slider mechanism down here at the bottom. And there you go. Once again, look, I'm waving my cursor, and you can't tell because my cursor won't appear on the game capture thing. But what you can probably tell by looking at the map there is that I can actually jump a fair old way even when it's fully laden. But I found that even fully laden with 100 tons of cargo, and I have, what do I have? I have a point defense turret, I think, and 2 burst lasers, 2 C1 gimbaled burst lasers. And even with those on, no, a gimbal burst laser and a cannon, I believe is what I have. Anyway, even with 100 tons of cargo and everything tooled up just like that, I find that I can jump about 14 light years with a full cargo hold. Now I'm not going to do that now, because what this video is about is I'm going to make a quick video to show you about the Lakon Type-6, which I never really had a chance to show you around before, but I've been running around in for the last few weeks since I last uploaded a video here. But what we're going to do today is to... I'm going to hop across to a place where I know that they sell... Oops, there we go. I think we can put all that mad spiderweb back. Look at that. Looks like a spider's egg sac or something, doesn't it? Yeah, creepy. But what we're going to do is we're going to hop across to a place where I happen to know that they sell... What the hell is going on with this map? Why can't I find anything? Don't make me type it in. I am not going to type it in. Okay, so we're going to... Aaron in was there, I saw it. We're going to hop across to a place where I happen to know that they sell a Lakon Type-9. Because... Aha! Ha-ha! There we go. I bootish. See, 16.121 light years. Oops. So here we go. We go to... Oop! What was that? That was a bit glitchy. That was weird. Okay. Yes, 16.121 light years or whatever it was. Peanuts to a ship like this. So we're going to hop over in that direction. Now, what you may notice, actually, if you look to the top left of the screen there, is everyone's been waiting for Beta 2 to see what major upgrades they're going to get in Beta 2.0. But this just has happened since yesterday. I was unaware until I logged in just now to make this video. But beta 1.04 has just been released. So beta 1.04 is out now, and apparently it's fixed a couple of issues, and they brought in some new paint jobs that you can have that you can buy from the Elite Dangerous website. If you don't know where that is, frankly, how did you end up here? Because, you know, what were you looking for when you found this? Perhaps my dashingly brain-melting voice or something. Which ordinarily I would say is a joke, but you know, I just have got some new voiceover work recording audiobooks, so haha! Yabu sucks to you, Fritzy. Right, so let's return to the service. Stop making that awful noise. Whoa, look at that, Lakon Type-6. And it's actually a player, I believe. Lakon Type-9 Heavy. Yes, it is actually a player today. A few other players. Whoa, lots of... There's another Lakon Type-9 right there. See who that is. Is that anybody interesting? Who is that? It is Commander Marlin. So if you're out there and you're watching this, which is extremely unlikely, but if anybody you know is watching this, then give them a wave. And whoa, here comes an anaconda. Wow! It is busy in here today. Like, that is... What? Commander Robert Forrester. Whoa, it's loud. Anyway, we're going to head out, raise the landing gear, so... Woohoo! An eagle flying in there. So, we're leaving a few of those behind. We are going to head to Ibutis. So, where is that? Let's slow that down so we get the maximum maneuverability out of our vessel. And so just while we're getting away from the station here, since I'm pretty sure, you know, I didn't really do an extensive video of the Lakon Type-6. I actually quite like these cockpits because if you look around here, look. Get off. They're a little bit different than the cockpits that we've seen before. You know, they've got some sort of different stuff in. The visibility, forward, sort of upward and downward visibility is quite good. One of the great things about this actually is, I'll show you when we land at the other side, if I remember, which I probably won't, because you know, getting a bit old, my memory's fading. One of the great things about this is you can actually look down below you and see as you're coming to land there. So stop doing that. So yeah, you know, we've got some interesting little, you know, groovy kind of screens here, and there we go. This thing's not bad, you know. It holds 100 tons of cargo. I'm not actually carrying any cargo now, am I? Like totally, because I've just loaded it up. It's a couple of days away, so maybe, you know, I thought maybe I'd forgotten something. What we're going to do now is we're going to head over to Ibutis and buy ourselves a Lakon Type-9. It'll give me the opportunity to show you this ship a little bit along the way. I had a bit of a weird moment actually the other day when I thought that I'd been featured in the Elite newsletter. I thought Sleepless Night Studios. Now that's not me. Sleepless Nights Studios was featured in newsletter 38, I think. But of course, I was unaware that there was another Sleepless Night YouTube channel. I've been using the YouTube film, well, the online identity, I guess, really, you could say, Sleepless Night, for many years, for a very long time. And I've had my Sleepless Night YouTube channel, I think, for 5 years now. So, you know, I don't put a lot of stuff on there. It's my own fault for not putting of stuff on there, so I was quite excited for a moment, and then quite a letdown to find out it wasn't me that was featured. But Sleepless Night Studios, if you want to head over to check out some of his videos, what he does a bit. He's not really, you know, he does it with a lot of different games, and I guess he's become quite a fan of Elite, I think, in with what he does over there on his channel. Of course. He's a nice, young, sprightly young fellow, so not like us olds that used to play Elite in 1984, so, you know, we kind of know what to expect from the thing to a degree. But you know, his videos are definitely worth a look. He has a little bit of fun with it, and what he tends to do is just dive into a game without really kind of checking it out too much, and just dive in and feel around, so you get to see a complete novice kind of figuring things out and stuff like that. And, you know, he's not ashamed to say so, so it's quite good. So yeah, I was a bit upset at first. I thought, oh my god, you know, not only is it not me that's featured in the Sleepless Night video, but it's actually there is another Sleepless Night YouTube channel out there, but it's a little bit different than mine. But never mind. He's a seriously nice chap. Actually, his voice reminds me tremendously of Michael Cera, right? You know, Michael Cera. I'm sure he probably gets that all the time. People listening to his videos, so I hope I don't upset him by saying that. But anyway, I am rambling on. So what I'm going to do, so if you could look at the temperature down here, right? So you look at the left, look at the temperature there. It says 41%. Now, I'll show you one of the drawbacks with this thing, because it's quite good. It holds 100 tons of cargo. It has the greatest jump distance of any ship so far in the game. Ranging out to just up over 28 light years, I think, when you're completely unladen. But even with 100 tons of cargo, it'll jump about 14 light years. So if you actually go somewhere while I'm talking, let's go somewhere, because I'm probably boring everybody to death. So, let's just go somewhere. But you know what, I'll just press this. There we go, that's easy. Drive charging. That's much easier. So, look at that temperature going up there, see? 60, 61, 62, 63, 65, 66. So we're gonna go zap. Whoopsie daisy! It's not liking that very much. That sometimes happens. Never mind. We get some sort of laggy issues and stuff like that, particularly in hyperspace. And it's all a bit strange. Okay, so yeah, we have some of these little issues, particularly in hyperspace. And once again, the game capture software doesn't like this sort of thing, so... we come out on the other end, and the game capture software is telling me that it has now started recording stuff again. So, hey, look. This is great. You know, you see this? So you know that these are ships, other players out in super cruise heading out. Where am I accelerating towards? I don't even know where I'm going. That's how it's Chango Dot. That is Commander Backer number 19444. You gotta love those original names. So, my apologies, Commander number Backer number 919444. If you know, who's this fellow? That is somebody else. The Backer number 5892. So this is a great ship, but the problem with it is that it sometimes... So where the hell is Owlin in relation to this? Let's hope I haven't got to jump past the sun. My god, we're getting put in this gravitational pull. Check.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, now then, can you see... No, wait. Can you see that? 143%.
Warning,
temperature critical. Right, okay, did you hear that? Warning, temperature critical. That is because this thing is a pig. It is a big, fat, sweaty pig. And we're gonna now... I only hopped out here just to show you. See this thing? The range on it is just incredible. So the great thing about that is that you can, you know, fly back and forth. Ooh, look, shiny. Is that you can, you know, you can hop backwards and forwards and whoops, I've just unlocked my destination because I was too obsessed with finding out that his name was Commander Backer number 8622. So, whoops. So what we'll do is see now. I always try to do this. You know, if you're heading towards the sun, because otherwise you get locked into the gravitational pull. So if you're going to engage super cruise, you tend to point yourself away from the sun just a little bit. But now I've got to wait for this thing to cool down because look at that. 62%. Now, if I engage the hyperdrive now, I can tell you that that is going to go to about 140%. So it's a wonderful thing, this. Tremendous hyperspace range. But bear in mind, we're running with no cargo at the moment, right? So we're completely empty. And even so, if I now engage the hyperdrive, boom.
Drive
Watch
charging.
this. Watch that temperature rise. Wow. 88, 91%, 99, 104.
Ready to
100.
engage.
Whoa! Look at that.
3,
120%.
1. Warning, temperature
Yes,
critical.
yes, yes. Warning, temperature critical. So this is what I'm talking about, see. So this time we are definitely going to go out to Chango Dock because I've wasted enough of your precious time. So yes, the temperature is critical. So this is what I'm saying about this ship. That's one of its major drawbacks because it's, you know, it's not bad on speed. It's pretty good on speed. You know, it's not the most manoeuvrable thing in the world, but it's not too bad. It's not like trying to fly around an anaconda or something like that. So, but it's not the most manoeuvrable thing in the world, but it is great. But look over on the fuel. If you look to the right-hand side, under the heat signature strip there, and it says fuel, right? Look at the fuel bar. And you've just watched me make, what, 3 jumps? Backwards and forwards and back again, just to mess around and show you how hot this thing gets. But that's how far it can jump. It can just keep going and going. On empty, with no cargo, the damn thing can just keep going and going forever. Boom! Look at those guys coming out of Super Cruise there. So, anyway, it's a great ship for hauling. It's absolutely brilliant, especially if you want to make the money to head up to the sort of anacondas and stuff like that. But it is a big, fat, sweaty pig. It's very, very sweaty, great big, fat, sweaty thing. Right? It just overheats at the slightest sneeze and it goes, oh my god, I'm too hot, I can't take it. It's like, you know, so that's one of the things we kind of don't like so much about it, but I'm going a little bit too fast. A little bit slow down just a little bit. So yeah, it's a great ship, marvellous little thing. But, you know, for making money and stuff like that. So what I'm currently trying to do is to make enough money to buy a Lakon Type-9. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I've shown you this ship, and then we're going to head over and we're going to do the Lakon Type-9, which I might put in another video just sort of after this one. And Chango Dock. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is make a load more money in the Lakon Type-9. No, don't tell me it's going to be an impact. I'm not going to hit it. Don't stress. Ooh, people popping in and out of Super Cruise left, right and centre here. So yeah, we're almost at Chango Dock, and hopefully when we get there we'll be able to purchase a Lakon Type-9. Right, so where is the entrance to Chango Dock? That's not it. Your red lights there, see, telltale sign. Took me a while to work this out, by the way, but if you look at Chango Dock's this side of rotating there, you can't see the entrance, but if you can see little red lights, that means you're on the wrong side, baby. So here we go. I'm going to point down a bit and head out. So, whoops. Oh, so here's a good thing. Look, see, watch the speed. So this is, you know, it's a very, very big, heavy cargo cruiser that can hold 100 tons of cargo and can jump incredibly long distances compared with the other ships. And even so, if you go up like this, and then if we boost as well, like, you know, 330 kph or whatever it is. So we're going to head into Chango Dock. Anyway, so yeah, I highly recommend this. What I intend to do is to make quite a bit of money. And then, once I've made enough money to sort of cover my insurance costs many, many times over, what am I doing wiggling around there? You're being an arse, Moz. So, you know, once I've made enough money to sort of cover my insurance.
Request denied.
What? Request denied. Are you serious? Ugh. Anyway, once I've made enough money to sort of cover my insurance costs many times over, then I'm going to swap to something like a Viper and just arm myself to the teeth and go out and do some piratey business. Oh, we better slow down a bit. So, ooh, I'm actually going way too fast. Let's slow down. Pitch up. Come on. Come on, baby. So, well, we could probably better off just sort of sitting here until we've actually got clearance to go in, I guess.
Warning. Request denied.
Warning what? What did I do?
Request
Wait!
granted.
Here we go, baby. We're in. Ah, little do they suspect that I am a terrorist. Yes. Well, I must be some sort of sleeper terrorist. If that's the case, man, will you get out of the way? God damn it. Sidewinders, so slow. I tell you what, let's just burn in, full speed, get it over with. Whoosh. Pad 4-1. Where on earth is it? Oh god. It's right underneath me, isn't it? Yep, there it is. That always happens.
Ensure you have authorization before attempting to disembark.
I hate it when they do this. You know, put this docking. Especially, you know what? It always happens when I come in at that speed as well. So yeah, it always happens when I come in at that speed. Whenever I come in at that speed, it's like...
Docking successful.
Whenever I come in at that speed, it turns out that the landing pad is right underneath me. So, as usual, the game capture software doesn't cope very well with this little docking animation, so I'll see you inside. If I go to outfitting, you have to let me in. Have they not let me in? Am I still outside? Wow. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. I've never been able to do this before, because, right, see, I went enter the hangar, and I've never actually been able to see the ship while it's outside here on the landing pad, so that's actually a new thing for me. But it doesn't really help a lot, because I want to go inside, and I can't. Okay. Where? Okay, so it's not going to let me into the hangar. What happens if I want to buy a new ship so we can fuel up? Boing. Munitions. Yeah, there you go. 2 ejected heat sinks. Now, did I do that? No, I did not. Why has it ejected 2 heat sinks? Because it's a big, fat, sweaty pig, and I assume it just does it automatically when it starts to overheat. Which is marvellous, you know, as you can well imagine. I'm very pleased about that. Let's see, you're going to go to the shipyard. So, now we can buy a Lakon Type-9. So, what we're going to do is, let's go to outfitting, and we'll sell this burst laser. So, sell the gimbal burst laser. Bye! Whoop! There we go. Now we go down. Down and down we go. Where we stop? Nobody knows. Sell that. Oh my god, why does it do this? God's sake. I'm going to go into outfitting. And we're going to sell the heatsink launcher. Okay. Confirm sale of that. I don't know, you know, if you actually have to do this before you sell a ship or what have you, but I do this because I don't want to lose anything that I had attached to it. I know that's probably factored into the price of the ship, but I don't really know for certain, so I just get rid of all this stuff anyway. You know, so see, point defense, did it sell that? No, it didn't. Could not connect to server. So why does it keep doing that? If okay. Ah. So, oh, sell, confirm, press OK to return to the main menu. Okay, so what I'm going to do now anyway is I'm going to go to the shipyard. Probably. Stand by. We are now swapping you into a Lakon Type 9 heavy cruiser, I think. Transporter, whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to kind of be on this standby thing for quite some time. So, since this video's gone on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, as they always seem to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video, the LAKON Type 9, to show you all around that shortly. So I will see you there, and until then, a sleepless night is going now. Goodbye.